Have you ever found yourself sitting alone reflecting on your life and asking, why am I not the person I want to be? Maybe you have big dreams, a vision of the life you want, or even a version of yourself you admire in your imagination. But when you look at where you are now, the gap feels overwhelming, almost impossible to bridge. What if I told you that this feeling is not only normal but necessary? And what if I told you that you can close that gap, step by step? Today, we're going deep into a topic that's close to everyone's heart, the gap between who you are today and who you dream of becoming. It doesn't matter if your dream is to be healthier, more successful, more confident, or just happier. The truth is, closing that gap is not only possible, it's completely within your control. Stick with me, and by the end of this video, you'll have practical tools, some powerful real-life examples, and, most importantly, the belief that you can transform your life. Let's dive in. Chapter 1. What exactly is the gap? Let's start with the basics. What exactly is this gap we're talking about? This gap is the space between your current reality and the future you dream of. It's the frustration of not being there yet. But let's flip the script for a moment. Instead of seeing this gap as a problem, what if it's a sign of growth? A sign that you want more and are ready to evolve. Think of it like this. The fact that you feel the gap means you're capable of closing it. But to do that, you need to start by defining it. What does who you want to be look like? Is it someone more disciplined, more courageous, more fulfilled? Be honest with yourself. Reflect on what's holding you back. Is it a lack of confidence, fear of failure, or maybe just not knowing where to start? Example, take someone like Elon Musk. Before Tesla or SpaceX, he was just a curious kid fascinated by physics and technology. His success didn't happen overnight. He identified the gap between where he was and where he wanted to go, and he committed to building a bridge one piece at a time. Chapter 2. Start with self-awareness. Here's the first big truth. You can't fix what you don't acknowledge. Self-awareness is where the journey begins. Ask yourself, what are my strengths? What do I do well? What are my weaknesses? What habits, thoughts, or fears are holding me back? And most importantly, what do I really want? Here's an example: Oprah Winfrey. She has openly shared her struggles with self-esteem and weight, but by being brutally honest with herself, she turned her life around. She didn't shy away from her flaws. Instead, she confronted them head-on. Action step: start a journal. Write down your thoughts every day, your wins, your struggles, even your random ideas. Over time, you'll start to see patterns. You'll learn what works for you and what doesn't. Chapter 3. Define your vision. Now that you understand where you are, it's time to figure out where you want to go. And let me tell you, your vision needs to be clear. Your vision should be specific. Vague dreams lead to vague results. Instead of saying, I want to be successful, ask yourself, what does success actually look like? Is it running your own business? Earning a certain income? Building deeper relationships? Example, Michael Jordan didn't just dream of being a good basketball player. He envisioned becoming the greatest. That clarity shaped his entire career. Here's a fun activity. Create a vision board. Fill it with images, quotes, and symbols that represent your dream life. Look at it every day. Let it fuel your motivation. Chapter 4. Build habits that align with your vision. Big changes don't come from massive leaps. They come from small, consistent actions. In other words, habits. Habits are the foundation of transformation. Start small. If your goal is to be healthier, don't try to overhaul your diet overnight. Instead, commit to drinking more water each day or walking for 10 minutes. Small wins build momentum. Example, James Clear, in his book Atomic Habits, talks about the power of tiny changes. Improving just 1% every day might not seem like much, but over time, it leads to incredible results. Here's a tip. Use the cue, routine, reward method. For example, if you want to read more, place your book on your pillow as a reminder. Make it part of your routine and reward yourself after each session. Chapter 5. Push through obstacles. Here's a reality check. You're going to face challenges, but obstacles aren't there to stop you. They're there to make you stronger. Rejection, failure, fear, they're all part of the process. The key is to see them as stepping stones rather than roadblocks. Example, J.K. Rowling faced rejection from 12 publishers before Harry Potter became a global sensation. When you hit a roadblock, don't ask, why is this happening to me? Instead, ask, what can I learn from this? That mindset shift changes everything. Chapter 6. Consistency is king. Motivation might get you started, but consistency is what keeps you going. Think of consistency as a snowball rolling downhill. It might start small, but with time, it builds momentum, and nothing can stop it. Example: Serena Williams didn't become a tennis legend by practicing when she felt like it. She showed up every day, rain or shine. Closing the gap between who you are and who you want to become isn't easy, but it's worth it. Start small, stay consistent, and never forget, every step you take brings you closer to your dream. Now it's your turn. What step will you take today to close the gap? Share it in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you.